warm. Of course, I got a sweatshirt. Okay. All right. Day 6 already. It's amazing how fast it's going. 40% of the spring ball is over. And I guess all I can say is it's very interesting to be this hot in spring ball in the morning. But it's good for us. And that's, the kids know it. That's part of what we're able to endure and able to thrive in. And it's going to be to our advantage, down the road. But I thought the guys they're just pushing. They're pushing hard. They're trying to make plays. And there's always going to be a victory here on one side of the ball and a victory on the other side of the ball. It's just when you're repping as many guys as we are, there's going to be a little bit of that. But I think what the coaches hang on to is, when we all do it right, we get excited. The kids get excited because they see it. And then, but it takes everybody to get it right. So we're working hard towards that. I'm proud of their efforts so far.
Coach, your philosophy on having separate coaches for the corners and safeties, I've never seen that before. How does that help, and why do you do it that way?
Well, part of it is just how Coach Diaz wanted to set his staff. If he wanted one DB's coach and 2 D-line coach, then that's what we would have done. I've done it both ways. I've seen it succeed both ways. Manny feels like he can handle the linebacking core. There's no question Coach Kulagowski can handle the front 4. And so that gives us 2 more full-time coaches on defense and to be able to split it. The reality is when you have 4 DBs at a time, always 2 corners and 2 safeties, but sometimes you'll be in nickel, now you got 5 in there. Sometimes you're in dime, you got 6 in there. That's one guy trying to coach that many, so it's really nice to have 2 guys in there.
Coach Rump mentioned that he'd like to get maybe a JUCO cornerback in, something like that. I mean, how many potential transfers, what positions are positions in need where maybe someone can help you right now from a JUCO rank?
We have, we could use some help there. We could use help at receiver. We could use help at kicker position, fullback position. You just don't have that many to give out. So we just got to, I've got to be the one to prioritize and say this is what we need the most.
Mark, you mentioned 6 practices in. Are any individuals separating themselves through 6 practices?
So many things are going on. I'm watching so many different things. I'm watching mostly quarterback play. Is my quarterback taking the right steps? Is he making the right read? Is he keying the right person? Is he handling his side adjustments on his blitz pickup and all the hot routes? And so I'm really watching everything he does because I got to watch it as it's happening, so I can coach him. So I usually don't get to see what's happening with everybody else until I watch tape. But I do notice certain people showing up a lot. And one's, Quan Muhammad. He really he plays so hard every down. He's talented, but what adds to his talent level is his effort level. Usually guys that are pass rushers that are relentless, meaning they just never stop. They get the most sacks, and I don't know if that's going to happen for him or not, because he's one guy that's really stood out to me.
Coach, one big concern obviously with the team has been lack of experience at corner. You have 4 young guys who haven't played a lot, and of course Corn, who has played a lot. From what you've seen on tape of the first 6, do you feel any better about it? Is it a concern to you?
Well, part of what my concern is I don't know if we're challenging them enough at the wide receiver position, just flat out speed. We got to get guys that can run, and because I don't see just guys that are blistering down the field, I don't know if they're getting challenged enough to really see what reality is one day. One day they're going to get out there in the real game and be like, whoa, where'd he go? That's what I'm a little concerned about. So we got to keep recruiting receivers, get guys that have some explosive speed and that can really challenge our guys. Because right now I see them kind of sitting on routes because they're not afraid of anybody running by them is what I see. But if they keep in the habit of doing that because we offensively haven't pushed them off enough, then in a game with a team that has true outside team speed, it could be a rude awakening. So I'm a little concerned about that.
Is speed one of the more important qualities you look for when you're trying to bring in a corner and evaluate?
Well, you have to because we typically wide receiver is a speed position, not always. And you do have big guys like Langham. You have guys like Cager who may not be blistering fast, but they're big men and they can catch balls because they can out-jump people or out-muscle people. And so we're going to use their skill set. Okay, but we need more guys that can just flat out go. at the receiver position. And a corner, everybody in America is looking for fast receivers, so you better be able to run. Okay, if not, you better back up. And if you back up too far, they'll throw it in front of you. You better be able to tackle and play the next down. But the goal is to find guys that are long enough to handle receivers with length and fast enough to run with the fastest guys, and those are hard to find.
As far as speed of
Couple more
receiver,
questions,
are any of
guys.
your 3 incoming freshman receivers, or Dial Harris has been announced?
Well,
can they address that?
They'll help us. They'll help us. When they come in, we'll have more speed. But right now, I don't think we have enough to really strike the fear in anybody. Last one here. Anybody?
Anything
Okay.
else?
All right, y'all have a
Thank you.
wonderful day.
Thank you very much.
Have a happy